Okay, it looks like we are live. This is the first episode of BloodFeud MMA. I have some beef with the Guru, and I don't have my video. Damn it. That's fine, I'll play it in a future video. I could try to find it right now while I play this song. I'll try to do that real quick. But this is the next generation of MMA YouTube right here. I am here to save MMA YouTube from the betting people that run, massive betting operations. I'm here to take the money off the books. Now, I offered Guru an opportunity to take part, and he told me to fuck off. I'll get into that later. Enjoy the music.
Justify breaking the absolute wall. You cannot build a prison if the people are free. You cannot build a grid if the people can see. So you burn down the structure, you shatter the base, and you wipe the old liberty right off its face. Break down the matter, dissolve all the trust. Turn the republic entirely to dust. The alchemy requires a blood sacrifice before they can roll the geopolitical dice. Solve and coagulate, dissolve and combine. The ultimate equation of the shadow design. They burn down the old world to formulate the new. A permanent cage for the many, run by the few. The great work is finished, the matrix is locked. The final investigation is permanently blocked. Out of the ashes, the dark phoenix flies, as the architect stares from the oculus eyes. Privacy, they took away your wealth. They compromised the evidence, they compromised your health. The missing 2 trillion was buried in the stone, while the dying first responders were left to choke alone. The Patriot Act and the stellar wind sweep, ensuring the masses are put back to sleep. A perfectly executed logistical crime, written in blood on the ledger of time. Solve and coagulate, dissolve and combine. The ultimate equation of the shadow design. They burn down the old world to formulate the new. A permanent cage for the many, run by the few. The great work is finished, the matrix is locked. operation was a success. The patient is dead. The grid is online.
Okay, so I'm back. This is the MMA Fingerprint on YouTube. This is BloodFeud MMA. This is the next generation of YouTube content for MMA. Okay. Bloodstone Forge. I got to give him some shine. Let me do that right now. But you know what? Let me do that. I'll do that later. Okay. I need to open this up with my beef with the Guru. You know, I think what happens is when people get really successful, they start to get all the things they want. And we know that the Guru, he doesn't want for much because of all of his fame and fortune. You know, he really needed McGregor versus Holloway. He needed it for his life. Okay, what we got? Typical. What's up, dude? I watched that show you gave picks on Home of Fight, and I bet each one straight up in a 5-team parlay, and it hit, and I didn't play by decision, just the money line on each. Thanks, dude. Yeah, straight up. See, this is the next generation of MMA on YouTube right now, buddies. Okay, straight up. I think that came earlier. I don't know when that came, but I love it. Let me put some on it. Pin the message. Absolutely. That makes me feel so good. You know, that's great. Let's see. No, we're good. We're good for that right now. But yeah, top fan for sure. Top fan. We're already starting to kill it. So anyways, this is my beef with the Guru. Man, MMA Guru, man. I think you're like the Mac. You know, we thought the Mac was back. We thought the Guru was back. And it just turned out that the Guru was relying on the Mystic Mac to make his return. And it makes me sad. And it makes me sad that he needed another man to validate his existence and his love for the game. But this is the next generation of MMA on YouTube. Okay? I got things cooking right now. Hopefully I'll be able to buy my time and buy some other people's time to make my production a little bit better. But let me before I give the floor to the Guru, let me just explain to the audience out here that finds this video, and please share it. Please, I want people to find my channel. I have amazing things planned in the pipeline. I got many projects to work on, but I just need to buy my time back. And you all can help me do it, and I can help everybody. I can tell you that right now. But a little bit about me. I actually am a non-balloted candidate in Wisconsin for governor. I'm working on several books right now simultaneously. and I kind of I have like 10 different projects on the burners, and I just dig into whatever is of interest or whatever has the most promise at the moment or has the most motivation in it for me to make progress on it because of what it will mean for my future. So it's taken me a while to get to this point in terms of, my experience on YouTube as a content creator, in my own personal life as a man, trying to make it, trying to be more than what I am, financially speaking, and trying to do it in a way that is beneficial for, the people who are taking part in what I'm doing. I'm not any better than anybody else. I may think differently. I may have positions on some things that you think are like, how can you have both of those positions? And I can tell you that any position I have on any issue is certainly grounded in reality. And when it comes to picking, and here we go, people. When it comes to picking in MMA, I'm telling you right now, I am going to give you the best alpha that you will ever get on an MMA fight, bar none. Word for word, bar for bar. The rest of these guys are picking off of feels like a woman. They're making decisions on emotion. And what I bring to you today is the actuarial post-mortem of the MMA Fingerprint's performance in picking the outcome of the fights at UFC 329, where the Mac came back and the Irish mob had another thing in mind. And so on Home of Fight, that's pretty cool. That makes me really happy, dude. I'll have to send that guy a DM. All right, so yeah, so that's me. That's what I'm doing. This MMA thing is one of, like I said, 10 different things I got cooking. And yeah, so I'm not gonna make a ton of content. I'm going to try and ramp it up if I can get some things moving. The MMA Fingerprint is positioned to be a known commodity in this space. And everyone, and I mean it, everyone who's out here making picks is going to bend the knee to the MMA Fingerprint, including the Guru. You can try and pick on feelings. I'm going to give you the cold, hard actuarial ledger. But let me do this. The inspiration for this video is what the Guru said to me. And let me just do an audio check because of what it will mean for my future. Okay, cool. So we're there. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, this thing. Come on. Okay. Technical issues. I did not appreciate the way he dismissed my olive branch that I offered him. He was the first one that I offered this system to help him. And he didn't take the branch. Let's just say that. But let's watch the evidence here, and let's try to understand the mindset of a man who was depending on another man to save his life. Pathetic. Sorry, Guru. You have fallen in my eyes.
the entire trans community. True. Sorry for being fucking weird. It's fine. What's weird? Conor will shoot takedowns. He mentioned displaying all martial arts and showing off his ground and pound. It'd also help him avoid being leg kicked. Thoughts?
I think the Irish mob had some other thoughts for what would happen in the cage. That mysteriously large bet on Max Holloway right as he was walking out is a part of the humiliation ritual that Conor McGregor experienced at UFC 329. Now, I know that some people are going to glaze him and say, oh, he would never do that. This fucking guy is not that tough. I don't care what MMA fighter you put in a situation that Conor's in. When you got the mob, the mafia in Ireland, in a place that is known for violence that does not get prosecuted. Okay? A very corrupt state in Ireland right now. And Conor McGregor knows this. So, anyways, let's not get distracted by that. I want to try and keep a professional focus on the man who I was counting on to give me a hand up. And when this man betrayed me, I then said, fine, I'll go to the dark side. And everybody will have to pay. So let's hear Guru toss my olive branch aside because he doesn't take sponsors. Sad.
I could see him maybe going for some takedowns. I doubt it though, man. I just doubt he would like offensively grapple in this fight. I really do. I think he's going to go out there looking for a first round KO.
Oh, he certainly did.
Old McGregor would have made fun of his speech and called him a retard. Yeah, true. Blah, blah. Fucking spit it out, you mad fucking slurring feel here. Yeah, how can you be the best boxer in the UFC? You're the most fucking brain damaged in the UFC, yeah? They're going to have to fucking spoon feed you at fucking 50,
dude.
So
he
shut
loves
up.
Conor.
You mad Hawaiian inbred cunt. Do y'all have teen takeovers and chimpies? Okay. Genos Historia. How much did Conor's lawyers give you for defending him?
No.
I just read his court case. I didn't defend him. I just read it out loud. So if that's what you think, then that's what it is. Impression of Conor getting bored, sat in the back of court and playing Mo Bamba on his JBL? No. Impression of Izzy flexing his bank cleaning job poverty? I had to hoover up. I've really been through the trenches. I had to hoover a business building once. Impression of Conor post-fight when he's on the cage laying down after he gets TKO'd by Max stomping the leg.
Oh, close.
Gary, looking to sponsor the channel. I'd like to send you the MMA Fingerprint. I'm not getting sponsored, bro. I'm done with sponsors. Thank you for the $10 to Gotham Reacts. Appreciate you, man.
Wow, dude, I gave him $10 fucking and he can't even be like, hey, shoot me an
I don't
email
care
and
how
I'll
much
look
it is.
for
I'm
it.
not doing it.
Wow.
Nearly every race of people from...
Wow, dude. Wow, man. Let's go back. Let's go back and watch that one more time.
What it was about the sandals or the shoes or something, but yeah, he did look way fucking bigger than him, crazily. Conor's plan is to literally...
And let's remind ourselves that he literally was like, oh, I was so counting on Conor. And he don't give a fuck if other people are reaching out to him and are being like, hey, you know, Guru, you know, he knows what it's like to like be on your own and isolated. And he don't give a fuck about any of the people in his audience. And that's the thing, you know, that's the thing that's going to be exposed about this guy in the long run. Is he's literally just a dancing monkey. And I don't want to talk shit about Guru. Like, I wanted him to demonstrate that he was different. But I need everybody in the MMA community to understand that if you confront any of these motherfuckers with something legitimately authentic and real and not riddled with dirty money, they're not going to be very interested. I can tell you that right now, because the non-dirty money isn't the big dirty money. So, all of them so far have very much disappointed me in showing absolutely zero interest in something that doesn't have dollar signs immediately attached to it because it's got a name with a reputation of throwing money around for YouTubers that talk about MMA. So sad and pathetic. But you know what? Before I reveal the golden goose that's going to make me millions of dollars, okay? I want to go to Conor McGregor's reaction. He was so sad. Oh, the Guru was so sad. Oh, we didn't even finish the second time. That's okay. We don't need to look at that. Videos. Yeah, his life is ruined.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
My life is
Guys,
ruined.
Nina just built an app.
His career.
Here we go. I like just the beginning is perfect. Shows
With
how-
hundreds of
it
job
shows how
skills you can
pathetic he
apply
is.
right away. Whatever you want to do in your career, now you can.
Every big kid deserves a snack that's got their back. From that first big slide to every road trip. Earth's best new big kid snacks are
This is my reaction to Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway 2, which just took place
Come on. Let's
in
go.
the main
Cry.
event
Cry,
of
bitch.
UFC 329, where
Cry.
Conor McGregor...
Let's go. Let's go. Yep. Cry.
This shit meant something to me, man! I needed this! I've been waiting for this comeback for so...
And where were you, Mr. Guru, when I needed you to see that there is somebody out here who's trying to offer you something that isn't some big corporation? And you want us to give a fuck? I mean, this is just, you're just a dancing monkey now at this point. That you're not even providing real mixed martial arts analysis. You're literally just a dancing monkey. All these people are watching you for the entertainment. You're not actually providing legitimate structural value in people's lives. Now, I will say that there are some very documentary things that you present on your channel, like the John Joe's expose, amongst others. Your investigative work is good. Your MMA commentary has taken a fucking nosedive in his shit. You know, you've gotten away from the basics, my friend. And you've now turned into what you hate, which is probably why you are so fucking depressed all the time. And maybe it's because you're isolated and you don't got a girl sucking on your knob. I mean, that could be it too. Who knows? We certainly know that you're not like an obese guy in a wheelchair, and that's cool. But you did look really bad going up against Arman Sarukian. I would have done a better job at my age than you did. And you're, what, close to 15 to 20 years younger than me? It's kind of sad and pathetic. But let's watch him cry in his soup a little bit more, and then we'll get to the real meat and potatoes of why we're here.
long. It didn't even feel real the entire fight week. And this is the result we get. This is the worst possible outcome of this main event. I see people that don't like Conor McGregor rejoicing at this outcome. You didn't even see him or get to see him get beaten up in that fight. This is the worst case scenario for any McGregor fan and any McGregor hater. We just straight up didn't get a main event. After 5 years out, all of the hype, the nostalgia. I was singing to myself this morning. Do you think about the days just thinking about McGregor's 145 run?
Guru, I hate to break it to you, guy. Like, maybe it's time for you to move on from MMA commentary on YouTube. There's a new generation of MMA YouTubers. I think I'm probably on the tail end of this generation of MMA YouTubers that are now coming up. I'm talking about the guys that don't have this emotional attachment to these guys like McGregor. You know, I wasn't in MMA and involved in MMA as a fan while McGregor was on his rise. I became a fan after his fight with Khabib. It was after that is when I started getting into MMA, and I started watching it on YouTube, and I started watching all the, you know, the home cuts of all the fights, the highlight reels, the dancing monkeys, like Mr. Guru here. A man who has become a caricature of the hardworking, job-holding, having a passion for watching mixed martial arts fights and organically drawing people into his passion for it. And now he's like an old junkie that is trying to find another hit. And like the one drug that he just longs to have again as a junkie, the MMA junkie. That's what we should call him, the MMA junkie. That he is distraught over Conor McGregor throwing a fight because his boxing coach's truck, his custom truck that he gave, like McGregor gave him, got firebombed earlier this year. And he had an outstanding debt, a favor that was going to be called in at some point. And why wouldn't it be his return fight against Max Holloway? This is a man who knows his fate. Right here. I don't know if Holloway knows. I imagine he probably would know. He probably got told by somebody, and it's just a warrior's code. I'm sure somebody who works for Conor contacted Max, probably in person, potentially, to let him know how serious it was. That Conor had a debt that he had to pay, and the only way he could pay it would be through public humiliation. And I'm not saying the ref knew, but my estimation is that Max was asking the ref to stop the fight because he thought Conor had played the injury well enough, like to show that he couldn't defend himself, like he was permanently disabled in one of his, weapons, one of his limbs, and you need to have all of your faculties to defend yourself. You have to at least be able to demonstrate you can walk and like punch without falling like an old man. So he sold it. I mean, he did the best job he could, and I have no doubts in there's a video that came out recently, and I won't play it, but I might play it later. We'll see. We'll see how long I go for this first episode here. But we'll see that he's not the clear-eyed Mac that we saw leading up to this. And I think he had to be clear-eyed. I think he had to. I don't know if he's in Ireland right now. That's a great question. If he went back to Ireland, or if he's still, he's probably still in. I would think he's still in Vegas, or somewhere near Vegas, or he went to go stay at a place, and he's got enough money where he just hauls them everywhere around with all their shit to wherever they stay as a family. And he looked either like run down and sort of weak on the energy because of the weight of knowing that you've, as many people that you have made feel amazing because of what you did, you actually hurt probably more people in a ripple, okay, across time now, forever. And that's until you come back and prove that, I mean, A, you can still do it, but do what you can to make up for what people have won and lost on your behalf, you know. I'm personally not mad at Conor that he did this. I'm not mad at all. Like, I understand he has a family. This is a business. This is a game. They call it a fight game for a reason. Okay? And Guru has now become a caricature of the younger, passionate guy living vicariously through other men, and people were drawn to the journey. And now we see he's peaked, and it's possible that as things get bad in society, the dancing monkeys in the circus and the bread is going to draw a lot of people who are hungry and want relief from just life and how shitty it is. But I'm telling you right now that this is not the path you want to walk. And anybody now, in my opinion, you know, you can do what you want. I think his next, you know, what's next for who after a fight card is pretty good still. I mean, his pick based on story, I think he's really into the story of the fight game, and I'm just a little bit colder about it. I want to know how to win outside the cage like these guys learn how to win inside the cage. And so I broke down all the numbers. I created a system that mathematically measures the kinetic outcome of a fight between two people. And it is quite impressive. I've had a better money line rate in the past with previous cards, and it's a system that learns as each card takes place. Every loss is an opportunity to learn more about the fight game and how to measure it, how to quantify it, and how to decide what's going to happen, you know. So let's go with, let me pull up the fight card. We're done with the go. Actually, you know what? No. Keep going. Keep going, crybaby. Come on.
And this is the result we get, man.
Yeah, Irish Mafia.
It felt too good to be true. And then all of a sudden, the fight starts. And I'm going to show you what happens.
Oh, he's just, God damn, he's just so sad. He wants to scream. He wants to cry. It's like his girlfriend cheated on him. And I know some of this could be performative, but I think he really feels this way. And I don't hate you because you're ginger. I'm kind of a ginger too still. You know, in my beard. I got more ginger in my beard than anywhere else. But regardless, you know, it is the fight game. Conor did what he had to do, you know. You need to understand that.
I'm going to show you what happened in the fucking fight. And if I get copyright struck by the UFC, so fucking be it. I'm done. I'm just...
Oh, shit, dude. That's crazy. Oh, man. Crash Out McGee, bro. Come on, bro. You gotta chill out, homie. The best thing you can do is measure, the things and then figure out what the math says. I think part of what I'm going to start doing too is seeing if I can dig up things from the past that might be showing up. And like, especially a guy like Connor, which I don't know if we'll see a guy like that too many times into the future that has, his kind of history because of how professionalized the sport is now. It's not so, a boxing gym that's been converted and it doesn't really have, no, it's just a lot of these guys are just going into full-fledged MMA training centers essentially. So regardless of that, I don't listen, Guru, okay? Crybaby Guru. You just gotta, I think if he sees this video, which I doubt he will, but I hope somebody clips it and shares it, and I hope it kind of makes some rounds, and I hope it makes some waves and disrupts some fucking people's sleep. You just gotta stop taking it so personal. I think we can enjoy the fight game, but we should try to enjoy it not like we have a relationship with these people, but we should try to understand how they're doing it legitimately and figure out how we can make some money by watching them. And I figured it out. So I'm not crying over this. If I had another level to my system, which would be like real serious historical research on these guys outside the cage, it might reveal something like that, and then I would have known, oh shit, yeah, oh damn, and I wouldn't have had to wait for a YouTuber to make a video, because he's the one guy who was like, hey, wait a second, let me dig a little deeper. So yeah, it's interesting, man. Connor's life, he's lived a full life. Let me just say that. And, that's no shade on him. He's lived a full life. He's lived a life of probably multiple men as far as guys like Guru go. He's seen way more pussy than Guru will have seen in probably 10 of his lifetimes. I can tell you that. So, with all that being said, let's listen to him cry a little more.
Genuinely done with the sport. So fucking copyright strike me. I want it to happen.
I want you to.
But we're gonna try and avoid it.
Like a bitch. Oh damn, dude. Fucking Guru. Fire on the target. Yes. So realistic.
So the fight starts. And I'm just thinking, this is crazy. I'm young again. I'm not pushing 30. Yeah, I've got so many years ahead of me. I'm 19, happy again.
He's like 19
I was
years
literally
old,
saying that out loud unironically.
1920.
I'm happy. I was actually saying that during the fight companion. And now this fucking bullshit. Conor McGregor starts the fight. He's got a fucking mohawk. Why not? And what does he start the fight with?
The easiest thing to fake an injury on. Like, come on, bro. Like, I know this is all post-mortem, and I'm kind of digging at Guru here because he threw my olive branch on the fucking ground and stomped all over and said, I'm not taking any sponsors because I have so much fucking money. Man, fuck that bullshit. Like, that pisses me off, dude. Like, slap the hand of the people who are in your audience and make your life possible, bruh. That I see people donate so much fucking super chat money. And I gave him super chat money. And he just fucking slaps your hand away as he takes the fucking cash. But he doesn't even have to do that. That's how fucking lazy he can be. He can legitimately hate his fan base because he's secretly like a fucking introvert, right? He's just an introvert who became really popular on YouTube. And then, because he has like admiration for these people that have much higher status than him. in the world, not on MMA YouTube, but in the fucking world. That he's able to like come out of his, I just want to be left alone fucking bullshit. I just sense that I think if people got to know this guy more personally, I'm thinking that they probably wouldn't like him as much as they do as his character, the MMA Guru. And this is speculation. I'm just kind of reading. I'm trying to read the man in front of me, and read how he treated me. Really, think about it. I mean, I gave him $10 and I was like, "Hey, man, I'd like to sponsor the channel." Blah 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 blah, and it was like a reasonable ask. And instead of at least honoring the paid fee at the door to get a question to him, like he doesn't care about the fan base of his channel, and that's okay if they don't care about him too. If like they don't care about each other, they're just here for the transaction. I'm fine with it. I'll say my piece, and I'll raise the white flag because I don't want an unnecessary war. But I'm not here to take part. I am here to take over MMA YouTube when it comes to people wanting to know how fights are going to play out. This channel is going to be that thing. And the pinned comment is standing proof. It is it is the Shroud of Turin for the MMA Fingerprint. Okay, nobody can duplicate this. All right, so let's go to the full card, UFC 329. Let's go here. UFC 329. Okay. UFC 329. Official results. The fuck? Oh no, dude, I want to see the full card. Oh. Here we go. Okay, this is exactly what I want. All right, so we're going to start. Well, we're going to start with the highest edge fights. Okay, and as an actuarial service that I offer with the MMA Fingerprint, we're really trying to quantify the numbers in any of these fights and assign, an activity to that number so we can, as a human being, understand what that number means in the interaction between these two guys in the cage, or these two gals in the cage. So the first fight is Farid Basharat and John Garza. Okay, so John Garza definitely he put up a good fight. It was close. Or it was closer, I should say. There were moments where Farid showed why he's where he is right now in his career, being number 15. A young guy coming in on his debut and pushing him the way that he did showed that there's either a weakness in his, I don't want to say his body, but just a weakness in the way he maybe defends activity from the opponent, in the exchange, because positioning your body is the first step to defending any attack. So having your knees pointed in the right direction, having your toes, I should say, pointed in the right direction, can help determine, if you get kicked in the calf or if you actually check a kick without having to really move your foot. So things like that, that I noticed when I watched the fight. And I didn't watch all these actually. At some point when you get to the math, you just kind of let the math do the work and you just enjoy, the process. So the model had Farid Basharat as a high edge. Basharat was the model favorite. And the primary path is the way Basharat won. Basharat used his superior UFC metrics and grappling volume to control the fight and win by decision. Spelled it out perfectly. And the betting call was for a money line on him. So that's the first one. The second fight is Alessandra Costa. Alessandra Costa versus Cody Durden. Now, the model favorite was Costa, and it was the secondary path. It was a lean in the right direction. It said Costa finishes him early. Well, he submitted him, and it was a submission in round 2. So the model was leaning towards, in the primary path and the secondary path of the fight, that Costa would win. So, I had that highlighted on this review that I was doing after the card was up. And, it is what it is. So it doesn't get everything, but like I said, every miss still leaves room for improving the way the model can actually tell us what's going to happen accurately, because eventually, when the edge gets good enough, it's going to call, almost everything eventually, like within reason, because of pure human variance. So we had, so the next fight actually in terms of conviction was high variance, Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. And that was the main event. And we had the Irish Mob to thank for having Conor throw that fight. Thank you, Irish Mob, for robbing all of us of a lot of money and humiliating Conor in front of the whole fucking world. That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Irish Mob. Yeah. All right. So, the model called for Conor to finish Max early. That was the edge. That was the most probable outcome, was that he was going to be able to find Max early if he was like a welterweight version, who maybe is a tad slower, but Max isn't as fast either at this weight. Being 30 pounds heavier than you were less than a year ago, or a little more than a year ago, is a lot to ask. On fight night, I mean, I don't know. I don't remember when he last lost to Ilya Tuporia, but maybe it was like 2 years ago. But still, Anyways, and I guess 2 years might be enough for him to go to lightweight, but this move up to 170, I think he probably could have used like a warm-up fight just to feel the fight at that weight, and then maybe fight a bigger guy than Conor and then fight Conor, and that would have been better. And he may have that opportunity now. I could see him possibly fighting earlier than before the end of the year. I could see him maybe fighting possibly in December, maybe even January, if the right opportunity comes along. But I haven't looked at the rankings or who's booked or what. I haven't paid attention to any of that. I just like the math, trying to figure out how to make money. So, anyways, unfortunately, the fight got thrown. I really think that if he had fought with a bladed stance and, used his kicking to create a distance and manage that distance, and then counter, with his boxing when Max is coming in linearly with, a 1-2-3 basically, or a 1-1-2. So, jab, jab, cross, or jab, jab, straight. Jab, jab, body. It's very much a lot of, that with Max. And I think he could have, especially utilizing his angles, because the way, like, what happens is when somebody is kicking you in the fucking head or trying to kick you in the head, you move in the direction typically of the direction that they were kicking your head in. So you'll go that direction and you'll fall back. And so you can direct somebody into a spot where they're stuck against the cage, or your next move puts them to the cage. And then no matter which way they try and cut, like, you're hitting them with something. And if he had employed that against Max, I think Conor would have knocked him out possibly in the first round, just with how hard he can hit, And obviously there's a peak of anybody's ability to hit hard, no matter how big they are. But Conor has the bone structure and the muscle structure for a guy to throw real power at 145 and have that power go up a significant percentage, as well as if he learns how to throw with his body weight into the punch too. It's very devastating when he lands it. So anyways, that sucks. That didn't play out, but it did. The betting angle was Holloway for the money line. So again, it recognized that it favored Conor early, but the money line was like, yeah, just pick Max, because if Conor don't finish him early, it's probably going to take him to a decision, most likely. So then we had Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Bautista. We'll go a little bit faster after these here. It called for Sandhagen. The model did, so we got that. We missed that one. And Bautista was actually the second path, where Bautista pressures with volume and forces a competitive high output fight, and that's what we got. So even if the model gets the call wrong on who's going to win, it most of the time does have the way the fight ended called out on the sheet. So when somebody gets the full ledger of every fight card, most likely the outcome is on this sheet of every fight. We're talking, and we're talking in MMA, sports betting. We're talking like anywhere from often 70 to 100% in my experience so far. So it's only getting better. It's a machine that learns. So here we go. The next one is Robert Whittaker. Okay. Robert Whittaker, where are you? He's up here, dude. Okay, here we go. Robert the Reaper. Okay, so Robert Whittaker was the model favorite. And the style edge was Whittaker's elite takedown defense, cardio, and proven ability to sustain output over long fights give him a clear edge. And that's what he demonstrated in this fight. Again, I kind of came back in at the tail end of this when he finally broke the jaw of Nikita Krylov. What I did see was him really just taking it to Nikita Krylov and just coming in with them punches from the waist and like straight lining it and just cracking the shit out of him. It's just kind of crazy to me that those guys are either that slow or maybe Nikita Krylov is kind of at the end of his career. Again, I haven't really paid that much attention. I'm a very busy person. I'm hoping, again, to get out of my 9 to 5 and just work on creating and building the projects that I have lined up. So anyways, but I would like to pay more attention if I had more time. So, yeah, so Whitaker controls the fight with superior takedown defense and output and winning by decision or late finish. And obviously he got the late finish, round 3 KO. The betting angle was money line for that as well. Okay, so we had Brandon Royval versus Loner Kavanaugh. Okay, the model did favor Royval, and it did take the primary path. Royval uses experience to control the fight and wins by decision or late finish, and he got the late finish with a sub in round 3, baby. Oh, yeah. And the betting angle was Royval money line, baby. Okay, the next fight on the list here is Cody Garbrandt versus Adrian Yanez. I feel so bad for Cody. Oh, man, he just could never get it back together. Obviously he's got a lot of trauma. I don't know what his problem is, like, honestly, but that's a lot of body ink. That's a lot of pain with needles. And, a guy like that's trying to feel something when he gets all that work done on him. It's for the rest of his life. So anyways, Cody Garbrandt versus Adrian Yanez. The model favored Yanez. And the betting angle was Yanez. Money line is the slight lean. And he came through big time with a KO round 1. And I contributed to just straight variance. But like I said, each fight card where there's misses, anytime we don't see the primary path happening, we're trying to assess and reweight some things and, add the intelligence to the process. So, the next one is King Green. King Green. Where's King Green? Where are you? Okay. King Green. All right. The model leaned on McKinney. And it was the wild card that was called out that happened. Green lands a big counter early and catches McKinney before he settles. Now, the narrative was a little different from that, but Green did end up catching him with, to the body. And McKinney just strikes me as a guy who doesn't put in the work to really be prepared to take the punishment that a guy like Green is going to be able to figure out how to get you. If you're not putting it on him, he's going to just try to put it on you. That's just what's going to happen. And McKinney, he starts fast and it ends quick. And, maybe that's how he trains. He just trains like it's going to end quick. Well, it's going to end quick for somebody. That's for sure. And when you train like that, it always ends quick for somebody. And eventually it's going to be just you over time. So hopefully he gets that figured out. Maybe he changes camp. Maybe he finds another way to monetize and pay for his bills so he can just focus on training for mixed martial arts and, living the life. I don't even know if that's what he wants. Who knows? But he's been around for a minute too. So I'm not going to talk too much shit. I'm just trying to get started. So next fight is Luke Riley versus Kai Kamaka. And the model favored Kamaka. And the wild card happened. Riley caught Kamaka early before the fight settles into a war of attrition. And that's what happened. Riley caught him, knocked him out. The next fight is Ryan Gandra versus Zachary Reese. Okay. I suppose I can expand. Oh, there we go. That's better. Oh, what the fuck? Shit. That's probably a little better. That's better for the audience, I suppose. Ryan Gandra versus Zachary Reese. It said Gandra early. Primary path, Gandra overwhelms Reese with volume in round 1 and finish inside 5 minutes. And that's what happened. That's what happened. I'm sorry I'm smacking my lips too much. I'm out of water. But we're going to wrap this up soon because I got to get some sleep. Okay, so the next one is Tracy Cortez. Here we go. Tracy Cortez. Damn. Here we go. Tracy Cortez versus Wang Kong. And the model favored Wang Kong. And the primary path is what happened. Wang Kong controls range with volume and wins by decision or late finish. She almost had that finish. She fucked up that leg and she fucked up her face. Yeah, Tracy Cortez toughed it out, but that was ugly at the end. Betting angle was Wang Kong money line. Oh, and the betting angle on the Gandra was money line or under 1.5 rounds, in case we were wondering. So Patty Pimblett is next. We got Patty Pimblett here versus Benoit Saint Denis. And the model favored Pimblett, but human variance as it is, the betting angle Pimblett money line. And he got that submission in round 1 like immediately. And I contributed to Fight IQ. Benoit Saint Denis does not look like a smart guy. And I hate to be an asshole, but that's just how he looks. And he fought like a guy that wasn't that smart. Because why you would dive into a naked fucking double leg with your neck exposed on a double leg? Like, the best thing you could have done was just to dive in, get a single with your head on the outside, and lift him up and try to dump him because he is a little taller than you. But to dive in and have both your arms occupied by his torso while he puts a fucking neck crank on you and then eventually fucking wraps you up like an anaconda and suffocates you. Holy shit. Like if he was a giant snake, he would have ate you, bro. Like that was not smart. That's Murphy's Law in effect in the cage. All right, the next one is Damian Pinas versus Cesar Almeida. Okay. Now this one, I felt a certain kind of way about it when I saw it happen. I think mostly because I had gotten all of these right leading up. And then this happened. It was kind of upsetting. So anyways, so that happened. And Cesar Almeida got knocked out. I mean, he was looking good. He was throwing good kicks, good punches. And I was looking at Damian's movement. I was like, why the fuck is he like plotting and so goddamn slow? Like, I don't understand. Like, what is he doing? And he was taking all them attacks, including the kicks to the leg, calf. And he was just trying to figure out when he should start to throw his punches. And then maybe Almeida paused for a moment, and you can see by Almeida's body, he's older. You know, he's an older guy. But he's world class anyways. You know, he just went up against a guy that's got like crazy killer, you know, one-touch death power. So, you know, Penis caught him when he was kind of like in motion to his next stance and or position to strike from. Caught him, knocked his ass out, cold-blooded. And it was the wild card that the model called Penis catches Almeida early before the grappling starts. And there was a likelihood that Almeida was going to grapple. But Damian just looks bigger, and I think he might have changed his. I mean, even look at the legs, dude. Look at how big the legs are. Look at these legs. Like this guy's going to be hard to take down and then hold down when you compare it to these legs and this upper body. So I think Almeida was going to try and stay at range and strike, and he just fucking caught his ass. I wonder if he's got a better reach. He might have a better reach too. I can't see. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like his arms are probably longer. That's the way it looks like to me. So he caught him, knocked his ass out. And then the last one is Gable Stevenson and Alicia Ellison. Okay, so it called Gable Stevenson early. Primary path. Stevenson uses wrestling to control finishes early, high variance due to lack of data. KO round 1. Betting angle, money line on Stevenson. So where does that leave the MMA Fingerprints performance in this card? Okay, let me try and quantify it. We called, I want to say, in total, the ledger accounted for every outcome except for, or leaned into the outcome on every one except for McGregor versus Holloway. That was a bust. And so that was the bust, and that's pure human. That's Irish Mafia variance there. I'm honestly looking at all these. I got yellow on everything. Wild card. Okay, so for money lines, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see here. 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 out of 14 on the money line. Okay. We called 7 on the prop. We called the finish, the primary path finish on 7 out of those 9. And, or we were really close to, what it was. It was a strong lean. We call that a success, but we still try to see if we can fine tune the signal. Let me think what else. And every single prop call that we had on this card that was over 50%. So we made a list, the top 50 actuarial, most likely, prop calls to happen in this card. The top 5 actuarial prop calls all hit, and they were all above 50%. So this is the next generation of MMA YouTube content. I think the days of dancing monkeys and people being in love with Conor McGregor, I think those days are past us now. I think we need something new. And I'm going to bring the solution that people want but are too scared to openly call for, right? And maybe I'll make a list of the new generation of MMA YouTube. I think it's probably important for all of us to identify with each other, like that we're all together, and that we're not necessarily competing with the OGs, right? That loved Conor McGregor, that were in love with him, that they got him into the sport. They saved Conor McGregor saved us Yeah, I'm blown away by it, honestly. And maybe it's my experience, maybe it's my age, maybe it's maybe it's a combination of some other things with all that, that has me just not being detached so much, but looking out for what's a good use of my time. And this is going to be a very good use of my time, and it's going to be a very good use of your time watching this now to keep coming back and checking out the content, because I'm going to give you an opportunity to make some money in an economy that is trying to eat you for lunch. And I hate to be so kind of cold about it, but the things that are plaguing mixed martial arts as a sport are structural. There's structural problems in our society, in our culture. And the new generation of MMA YouTubers are not going to be just fans of the sport. They're going to be fans of the sport that use the sport to highlight not social justice, but comment on how the sport is reflecting what is good and what is bad about our society. Because each of these guys that fight in this cage, they have a story. They have a story to be told. Okay? Each man has a story to be told, but nobody wants to fucking hear it. And then the only time they'll want to hear about a man's story is if you got a woman telling it. It's kind of ridiculous. I think and there's some political undulating waves with the new generation of MMA YouTube, and it just has to do with the willingness to wear our political awareness, which is not the same as political ideology, wear our political awareness on our sleeve and proudly, use it as a way of understanding some of the things that, we might say in our content when it comes to mixed martial arts and everything that surrounds this, culture. And I'll call it a culture because it has all of the things that are involved in a society, a human society. They have their own special temple that they go to called the Apex. I mean, come on, people. There's a lot of hidden meanings in many things in life, and we have to be discerning enough to be able to see the math and all the chaos. So yeah, I would say, given the things that have gone on, and given the system is still learning, I would say it's probably going to be another 6 months, but I would say in another 6 months, you'll probably be able to take the top 10 calls, in terms of the props, in terms of, what the machine says is the primary path for, a fight, and not bet recklessly, but bet aggressively, and change your life if you're smart. So I don't think I have too much else. I will be putting the Gumroad account in the description if it's not already. I don't even know. Let's go look at the channel real quick here. Channel. That's cool. Give me like a 1 in the chat if you like the thumbnail for the video, the live stream. Account in the description if it's not already. I don't even know. Let me see here. Yeah, I'll drop it in there. Yeah, I'll do that later. So, but yeah, my Gumroad account, it's going to have the full MMA Fingerprint package. Right now, The full package, I haven't figured out exactly. Maybe for the start of the channel, for all the people that are new here, you know, if you want to take advantage of it, I'll have a special coupon code in each episode, and that'll be, you know, good for a period of time, you know, across multiple cards. Like, I'm just not going to rip a, you know, coupon code that you have in your head that you're like, oh, this is going to work. You know, I understand we're all watching this content and involved in this content because we want to actually find a way to make money watching the thing that we like. And that's what I'm going to help everybody do. See what else? Is there anything else that I can bring up? Is anybody, hey, I know somebody just joined the chat or the chant or the video, the live stream, whatever. Do you guys have any questions real quick? I mean, I'm gonna shut it down in a minute, but if you got any questions for me, I'm willing to take any questions about what I'm doing or how I'm doing this. I'll tell you as much as I can without revealing how the secret sauce is made, the secret juice. Any questions at all? No. All right. Well, I'm gonna highlight Darkstone Forge because I really appreciate the guy's content. Let's see here. Darkstone Forge. Yeah, I laughed my ass off. This is so good. Let's see here.
Granger has the right stuff right when you need it, so you can fix, build.
Viewer discretion advised.
The UFC Abridged series are a parody miniseries featuring the latest UFC news and skits. Everything is created and written by the UFC jester Darkstone Forge. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more funny content.
Hello, welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you today?
Viana. Oh, shit. What's up, stud? Let me get a number 3 Big Mac, big-ass fries, and a root beer. Sorry. After that self-submission, you know how it is.
Oh, shit. I just fixed it like last second ago. I might need to move to Dagestan, man.
Yeah, kid. That might be a good decision.
What is going on over here? Oh, shit. Damn. What's up, man?
Johnny, hey, brother. Nice seeing you, man. All your goofy knockouts are getting me millions of views. Thanks, stud. I see all of you guys are working together. That's weird. What is that smell?
Brata! Brata, what is this, Brata? Stop it!
Kamazak? Man, how many of them are there here? What the fuck?
Give me mierda, man! Open the fucking door!
Pereira.
¡Abre la puerta, puto!
Chama. Tatsuro? Holy shit. Thanks, stud. Make sure you work on that head movement.
I'm happy! Thank ya!
Crazy fucking day.
Yeah, man, you've been getting knocked out a lot. I was thinking, perfect design for this. You're gonna love it.
He got knocked out.
Okay, brother, you got so many tattoos. I had to give you a shield tattoo on your chin. Maybe that'll help you.
Help.
The shield tattoo protect Cody's chin! Oh!
I changed my name to King to confuse y'all motherfuckers.
And here comes Terrence WW Rex! Holy shit, he is living by his name!
It's legal.
Oh, this one's good.
It's legal.
It's legal.
Wow. It's legal. Keep going.
It's
It's legal! It's legal! Totally legal! It's legal. Still legal. It is legal.
Okay, guys. 1, 2, 3, and a 4.
I'm done.
Jack, stop making those faces, man. Jack, stop making those faces, man. Jack, stop making those faces, man. Okay, guys. 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and a 5, 6, 7, and an 8, and a 5.
I'm a fighter! Yeah.
I'll take over.
Oh, jeez. Wow, that was slick. He even got the bulge in his pants. That's funny. Where the cup is. There's Connor. Yeah, what the
Hey! Shut up! Shut up! Hey!
That's his 155 frame.
Возражи! Objection! Sir, how much money are we giving out for the bonus today?
$1,000.
Oh, yeah, baby, just like that. Rub it hard.
The gold is real, but so is the danger.
Goodness, dude. That's like fever dream shit right there. I love it. I love it. That's so good. All right, well, that's it for today. I hope you guys, I hope you share it. Like, share, subscribe. I know I should have probably said that during the show, but clip it, whatever you want to do. I want to start a beef with the crybaby guru who needed another man to save his life, you know, because he was in such a dark place with all of his money and all the fucking super chats he gets and doesn't appreciate, doesn't give a shit about his audience, and you know, just demonstrates that you know, I don't think he's cut out for this new generation of MMA content. You know, just a dancing monkey, crying, dancing baby monkey. All right. Actually, you know, I just as a side note, I create music about real stuff. It's a new form of music called OSINT dramaturgy, and let me pull it up here. 9/11, the rock opera. So this one is about somebody who paid Donald Trump like $1 million and got a pardon. So I'm going to play this one. Actually, no, I'm going to play this one. This is called The Prophet and the Profiteer.
June 28th, the Arizona heat. An aging sailor broadcasting the coming defeat. He speaks into the static of the shortwave band. A massive strike is coming to the homeland. And when the ashes settle and the bodies are found, they'll blame it on Osama hidden underground. Don't you dare believe it, don't you buy the lie. It's the architects of power manipulating the sky. He saw the pale horse riding from a decade away, while the shadow government prepared for the play. But he looked across the dial at the rising star, the screaming Texas salesman at the info bar. He said, beware the fearmonger, beware the loud voice. He's a merchant of the panic, making you rejoice. He takes the forensic truth and turns it to a circus act, a multi-million-dollar business, stripping away the fact. The prophet and the profiteer, one speaks the truth and the other sells the fear. One stands his ground in the desert alone, while the other builds an empire out of the bone. You can fight the new world order, you can fight the state, but the salesman is waiting at the exit gate. Commodify the tragedy, package up the grief, and sell the working class a shiny fake relief. November the 5th, the Patriot Act is signed. The Arizona deputies are creeping up behind. A shootout in the dirt, the shortwave goes dead. The prophet takes a fatal bullet to the head. The microphone is empty, the airwaves are clear, and the Texas salesman steps up to pioneer. He takes the 9/11 ashes, puts them in a brand, and broadcasts a lucrative panic across the land. Selling water filters and a mirrored reality, turning righteous anger into a total fallacy. The prophet and the profiteer, one speaks the truth and the other sells the fear. One stands his ground in the desert alone, while the other builds an empire out of the bone. You can fight the new world order, you can fight the state, but the salesman is waiting at the exit gate. Commodify the tragedy, package up the grief, and sell the working class a shiny fake relief. The greatest trick the architects ever played wasn't just the demolition, it was buying the opposition. Turn the investigation into entertainment, and the masses will never look up. Buy the lie, sell the cure. Buy the lie, sell the cure.
This almost feels illegal to know after a car accident. Never sue the person who crashed into you if you want to potentially get a six-figure payout. There's an easier way you could get a way bigger check without suing, going to court, or dealing with insurance directly. Listen, if you've been in a car accident in the past year, even if it seemed minor, even if you were a passenger, what I'm about to share feels like information you're not supposed to have and could help put